Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to show you how to host boot with Darth DDoSeR 2.1. Now pretty much this is just a modded version of Stealthy, but it does work really good and it kind of has become its own program even though it's pretty much just a big copy of it. Now the thing I like about it is that it's a lot more stable than Stealthy because it doesn't have that enable USB spread settings, so you can enable it if you want to, so you're more likely to get more stable bots. So that's the only reason that I like it a little bit more than Delphi. Alright, so as usual, CMD and web browser. Type in IP config. Now you want to enter in your default gateway into your web browser. You'll come up with a screen like this for username and password. I have Linksys, so my username's admin. Your password should be blank, but I set a password for my router. And you can just Google your default username and password. If that doesn't work, then you're going to go to the person who set up your router and ask them if they know it. If not, then you're probably out of luck. Alright, so you want to navigate yourself over to where you can forward some ports. And if you already looked at my other tutorials about Delphi and BioZombie, you do not have to do this because pretty much you're just gonna make an open port, call it whatever you want, make the external port 3174, internal port 3174, and you want to go back to command prompt. You want to take the last every digit after the last dot and put it in the to IP address and make sure the protocol is both. I just forgot that. Check it off, make sure it's enabled, and save settings. So if you do not have Linksys, I recommend you go open another tab and look up how to port forward with your router. Alright, so once you've done that, you want to go to node-ip.com. You want to log in if you have an account and register if you don't. So when you've logged in, you should come to a screen that looks like this. Go to add a host. Once then, this could just look like it can be whatever you want, a combination of letters and numbers. I'm just going to put mine as A11, and this has to be no-ip.info. Go to ipchicken.com, copy your IP address, and insert it into the IP address box. And then go to create host. Oh, see, that host is already taken. So let's try 090. Alright, 090.no-ip-info. No-ip.info. And you're gonna copy your host. And if you've already downloaded no-ip-DDoSeR, then you can just skip this part as well. But if you haven't, click up here, return to no-ip.com, go to download, and here you want to click on the little picture of your operating system, so it will install a program that looks just like this. And you pretty much put in your username and password, and you check off the host that you want it to manage, and it will link your host and your router together using the IP address. So say if you ever get a different router or modem, your IP address changes, this will automatically link your host to your IP address so that you do not lose your bots from having them disconnect. Alright, it'll check the connection every 5 minutes, but if you can't wait, just click refresh now. You can exit out, it'll still be running in the background. Alright, so you're done with the web browser, you don't need that anymore. You want to go to the 3 files. And these are just the instructions in case I'm not clear enough right now. You want to go to open up the Darth DDoSeR v2.1. Go to server builder. Paste your host that you created in the host tab. Server ID is pretty much the name of the bot. I'm just gonna name mine YouTube bot. And this is the process that will run in not command prompt, task manager. So I'm just going to put mine as crss.exe because I have a bunch going, and these are all bots that I've tested on my system. You can just see that right now, and you could easily tell if you have a bot on your system because it'll be running with the little 32 next to it. So I'm just going to put mine Actually, instead of CRSS, I'm going to make it SVC host, so it'll stand out a bit more. Alright, so you just click build. Don't mess with the mutex, because if you screw with that, then it just messes with your whole bot. Then you got options, auto listen port, make it 3174, and there is no background, so I don't know why that's in there. Doesn't matter. You go to save settings, and you should see settings.ini appear. And then I'm just show you that it works right now. And another thing I actually like about this, you can go to menu, show friends. You can make a list of your friends, and it has your victim's history. But I'm not too sure if it saves when you exit out. So I'm gonna test out the server right now, because if this works, then you're done. I'm going to tell you right now, this will take about a minute to connect. Usually with the Darth DDoSeR v2.1, the first time you try connecting to anybody or yourself especially, it will take a bit, so just hear me out. And plus it takes longer when you forget to listen. So you want to right click, go to listen, port 3174. That's the port we just opened up. So there I am. United States. YouTube bot, my IP address. Once again, if you infect yourself, it'll just show your default gateway. Your status will change if you're flooding, the user and the computer, and your operating system. Now I'm going to show you how it changes when you're flooding. SSY and flood active, and if I change this to UDP flood active, you click stop and it goes right back to idle. And if you want to get rid of the bot, I don't know if you guys knew this, you can just right click and go to single command, uninstall, and it'll get rid of your bot. Alright, well I hope you guys liked this video. Remember that if you do not get all the files in here, besides the server and settings, you should get these 3 files right here. If you do not get all of them, then you should go disable your antivirus, download it again, and there you go. Hope you guys liked this tutorial, hope it helped you out, and peace out YouTube. And by the way, my next video will be on how to spread your bots. So peace.